This Canadian province, British Columbia, has a long history of Bigfoot sightings. One of my favorite was the Albert Ostman incident around 100 years ago in 1924. Albert was a gold prospector that was scooped up in his sleeping bag by a large male Sasquatch and carried by the creature for a few hours, then kept by this large creature and his family. The adult female and two tall but thinner juveniles. The young ones were a boy and a girl. It seems they were keeping Ostman as a novelty item or a pet. He feared he may in fact become dinner. He escaped after several days of captivity. After going public with this story, Albert faced cross-examination by some of Canada's best interrogators who claimed, even if this did not happen to Ostman, he believes it to be. During examination, he always had a cheerful composure, swore to his story without hesitation, and stuck to it until the end. Albert Ostman was interrogated multiple times without a single change to the details. He was cross-examined by the police and agreed to sign a solemn declaration, which said his account was true under oath and virtue of the Canadian Evidence Act. This man was actually touched by the creature in the Kootenai region of British Columbia. Please comment, like, and share. Make sure you subscribe and smash that bell button to get notifications of the 2 to 4 new videos we post each week of Bigfoot evidence, Sasquatch encounters, and sightings along with investigations into these Bigfoot hotspots. Daniel M. writes RMSO. Hi, my name is Daniel. I heard in a video of yours that I watched that people could email their sighting to you, so I'll begin. It took place in 2014. I was hunting in the Kootenai region. I used to do this every year when it was open season. I was using a ghillie suit and scent killers. I still remember the exact hour that this happened. It was 4:38 p.m. I put bait in the ground and I was in the bushes waiting for a bear to show up. I spent minutes crouching there when I felt a pat on my right arm. I got spooked and looked right, and there was a huge man right beside me, crouching with me. I stood up and he stood up too. We were facing each other, just like 80 centimeters from each other. Its appearance was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. It was taller than me. I'm 1.97 meter tall man, which is 6'4". I'd say his height was 2.15 meters, which is 7.5 feet tall. And it had oily black hair on the whole body, and its skin was gray. The face was human. The only difference is that the nose was too big and the mouth was too wide with a huge space in the philtrum. The eyes were just like human eyes, but less round, and had a bunch of wrinkles in the face like an old man. I didn't know what to think at the moment. I wasn't exactly threatened. I thought it was some deformed person with some genetic anomaly that was lost in the woods, until I heard it speak. When it spoke in a gibberish language, to me its voice sounded like thunder. It was the deepest, most inhuman voice I'd ever heard. Whatever he said to me, it sounded like he was asking me something. I backed off a little bit, and I said, "What? Who are you?" And I swear the moment he heard me speak, his face went from just curious to panicked. His eyes went wide open. I took my ghillie suit hood off, showing my face, and this giant man screamed and fell flat on his back, turned around, and ran away from me on all fours and disappeared in the forest. I still don't know how that thing approached me without making a sound. That was the weirdest thing that had ever happened to me. After thinking about it for years, I came to the conclusion that I saw a Sasquatch. And I find it curious that he seemed to mistake me for one of his kind because of the ghillie suit. What bothers me about all of this is how scared he was of me after he heard my voice and saw my face without the hood. I know what I saw. The face I saw had human expressions. Wasn't normal, but it had feelings, and the face he made when he saw my face was of someone staring death in the face. RMSO responds. Sounds like it thought you were another Bigfoot until you spoke. What part of the Kootenai region did this happen in, Canada or the US? Daniel continues, it happened in British Columbia, Canada. Where I live, there is a region called the Kootenays. It all happened in there. I don't remember the exact location in the region because I was guided by a hunter who showed me the location where I could hunt, and he marked the place so I wouldn't get lost. This sighting really marked me. The face the Sasquatch made makes me think of a person who got caught by surprise. You know, when that man saw my face, it really felt like he thought I was going to kill him because he fell to the ground and took that four-legged stance. He even extended his arm in my direction, like when a person tries to push away something that is about to attack. You know what I'm talking about, right? I've read stories about Sasquatch hiding from people, and when spotted, they would run away. I think getting too close to normal people is not a good thing in their vision. I think the fact that I'm a tall man, like I said, 6'4" tall, played a part in the Sasquatch thinking that I was another one. I hope you guys enjoy the Bigfoot evidence that we showed in the British Columbia province and this guy's up close sighting. You can't get any closer than a Bigfoot coming up and patting you on the arm. The reaction the creature made is obvious why these things avoid people. They are scared to death of us. Don't blame them. I hope you guys enjoyed. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching. It's Rocky Mountain Sasquatch, bringing you Bigfoot evidence and up close in your face Sasquatch encountered by a man that was actually touched by the creature in the wilds of the beautiful, amazing British Columbia province of Canada. Sunny writes RMSO. I was always skeptical and had some belief in Sasquatch, but once I seen this, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. Now there is no changing my mind. They are out there, and more than we ever know. I've seen footprints in these same locations several times. I don't document them because I don't want to draw attention to the area, and location will not be told. However, he did say it was in the province of British Columbia, large province, so it doesn't really narrow it down. Sonny continues, there are multiple here. I just only took pictures of the clearest track. There was a right, left, right coming out of the water, then they disappeared because of the solid ground. I seen three. The prints were coming out of a very deep hole, at least 7 feet deep, and the first step you can see where its heel slid in the mud. Then the good picture I got is where its left foot got onto the flat ground, and the third print was very faint. It was on solid ground, but you could just make it out. RMSO responds, nice shape. I like how it was in the water. How long and wide is it? Sonny continues, I'm a size 10.5 in wader boots. I didn't get measurements on it. Just took a quick picture and carried on fishing. I want to say 15 inches or more. I don't know exactly. That's still a young one on his way to being a big one. I've seen massive tracks in the same area, probably a young one with its mom or dad for sure. Where I've seen this footprint, I've seen many more in the area. I think a few of them stay in the area all year around. It's a perfect place for them, and it's nearly untouched. I have left apples and little things for them before.